think I'm good. I am Mrs. O'Grady. There we go. All right. I am Mrs. O'Grady, and I had all of you, most of you guys, for PCC freshman year, and now you're seniors. How awesome! Yay! So we're going basically over how do we get to where we're going. So I would just ask that you guys be respectful. Put your phones down. This shouldn't last that long. I'm just going to go through some stuff like the FAFSA. We're going to go through college apps, Common App, and a couple other things. All right, first off, know your counselors. Last year, you might have had a different counselor. They redid some of the alphabet just based on the different counselors. So if you are A to Con, you have Ms. Stratford. If you're COO to HAL, you have Mrs. Hunter. Ham to Land and Varga. If you're LAO to OW, you have Bates. If you are PA to SK, you have Mrs. Bidigary, who is actually on maternity leave right now, so you would ask me. I'm kind of covering that aspect, so if you guys have any Common App questions, I will cover that. Ms. Fitzgerald's SL to Z. And then we have a couple others. Mr. Penny, you guys probably received emails from him. He is in charge of all the emails for the college visits. Hopefully you guys have been to do some college visits, as well as scholarships. How many of you guys know where the CCRC is? Just asking. It's next to room 119, and that is where he's located. He has an office in there. If you guys have any college questions, you can ask him as well. Okay. All right, so next steps. All right, you're seniors. You've made it. 4 years of high school. That's awesome. I'm proud of you guys. Good job. All right, you guys need to learn how to apply for college. So the first step is you guys want to figure out where you're going. College visits, all right? If you guys have an inkling of where you guys want to go, I definitely recommend you visit each campus that you're interested in going to. Why? Because you'll get a feel for the campus. You might look at pictures online, but until you step foot on that campus, it's a whole nother experience, all right? You want to complete the application. One thing on that one, tomorrow, Friday, it's called College Day. Basically, a lot of colleges are waiving their application fee. So tomorrow is a great day for you guys to apply for colleges. Not all colleges are doing this, but it is a good day to check out which colleges are doing that. So you guys can possibly apply for free and save yourself anywhere from $35 to $75 on application fee. There is a college fair tomorrow tonight. It's at the Century Center. It is from 6 to 7:30. If you guys are not sure where that's at, that's downtown South Bend. Go with some friends. A lot of colleges are there. They hand out little free stuff. You can ask them questions about the college. Another thing, guys, you want to make sure that you've completed your college application. Once you get your application submitted, you might use a couple different ways, either the website of the college or the Common App. You will go and will request your high school transcript. So you want to go on to Parchment, and I'll go through that in a minute. You want to make sure that your college has your high school transcript. Guys, please, thank you. And then your SAT and ACT scores. You want to make sure your college has that as well. Next. All right, next. College applications. All right. If you guys are applying to maybe an Ivy League school or maybe Notre Dame or somewhere, a lot of colleges have a November 1st deadline. That is huge, all right? If you guys want to apply for college, make sure you try and get in before November 1st because a lot of colleges have early enrollment. You are also eligible for more scholarships that way because the earlier you apply, the earlier you know you get in. And then they offer scholarship packages if you meet some criteria. I can't talk today. So you definitely want to apply as early as possible, especially if you kind of know or have an idea of where you guys are going. Merit-based scholarships. A lot of colleges put together their merit-based scholarships. So that way, if you apply early, that way you know what money you're getting from each college. Each school has different criteria, so you want to make sure you check out whatever the criteria is for your school. Applying, there's two different ways to apply for college. One is if you go to the college's website, like Ball State for instance, you apply on their website. So you can just go to Ball State, and I'll show you in a second, and then you click apply. Other colleges use the Common App. The Common App's nice because you're kind of killing multiple birds with one stone. Some colleges you can apply, you can just click which colleges you want to apply to, and you're just filling out one application, which is really nice. All right, so each school provides a different way to apply. All right, next. So the Common App. All right, I kind of went through that. Basically what you do with the Common App is you fill it out, and then you put your counselor's email in there, and the counselor gets that basically you've applied for different schools. They fill out stuff on their end, we attach your transcript, and then we send it to that school. And it can be accessed from two sources. One is the commonapp.org, or you can visit that school's website, wherever you want to go, and they'll direct you to the Common App website as well. Thanks. All right. So basically, this is overwhelming. You guys overwhelmed yet? No? Kind of? Yes? A lot of information being thrown at you? Or you're tired. It is still 10 o'clock in the morning. Totally understand that. To send transcripts, you're going to, on the Common App, invite your counselor from the tab labeled Recommenders. If you don't know your counselor's email, just feel free to come in and ask. They're more than happy to give you what their email is, and it is by alphabet. I'm sure most of you guys have already met with your counselor sometime throughout your high school career. All Common App and college applications needing to be processed by November 1st. That's a huge deadline. Make sure that it's submitted no later than October 20th. All right, so that's a week before we go on fall break. So just kind of put that in your head. Just want to make sure that you get on the ball. So I would say if you're thinking about where you want to go on the Common App and apply tomorrow if you can. And then invited, basically, so when the counselor gets the email, they'll have a letter of recommendation, and if it's required, some colleges don't require a letter of recommendation. An official transcript, everybody requires that, as well as a secondary school report, which kind of includes other academic information like extracurriculars, your character, and some other things. And then also repeats the invitation to other recommenders, including teachers, if you need a letter of recommendation. Just forewarning, if you want a letter of recommendation from your teachers or your counselors, please do a few things. One, fill out a senior profile, which Mr. Penny did send to you earlier this year, or if you've kind of lost it, you can email your counselor for one, for a digital copy, or you can go to the CCRC, and they have pink copies. If you walk in, it's kind of like on the left, there's a bookcase, and it's right by Mr. Penny's door. It's kind of up on a shelf. All right, so that does help when you're asking people to write a letter of recommendation, especially your counselors. They have about 400 of you guys. So it's always hard to remember who's who and who did what throughout 4 years. Next. This is kind of like the Common App website. So if you go to the College App website, up on the top upper right-hand corner, the Apply Now, that's what you got to do when you're going to the Common App website. Next. All right, so just a huge, huge, huge thing. Official test scores must be sent to your colleges. All right, we don't send your test scores. All right, it is your responsibility. So if you take the SAT or you take the ACT, if you're taking the SAT, you go to collegeboard.org. If you take the SAT, you go to actstudent.org. And you have to send them yourself. So if you have like 15 different schools you think you want to apply to, when you're signing up for the SAT, only 4 are free. All right, and I'm going to go through that again. So you guys are responsible. Who's responsible for your test scores? You guys. Awesome. All right, so make sure you guys get on that for the schools that you want to go to. Next. All right, school-specific application. So basically, I'm going to use Ball State because that's in this example. Say if you want to go to Ball State. Ball State's not on the Common App. So you're going to go to their website, and then you're going to click the admission tab. Go to the next one. All right, so if you're going to Ball State, for example, all right, there's a little Apply Now up at the top, and you're going to click that to apply. It's pretty easy. If you're going to another college, maybe you're going out of state, awesome. Go to California, great state, very pretty. They have great weather, no winter, at least further south. So if you're looking for a place that's nice and sunny all year long, and say you want to go somewhere to Florida, but they don't take Common App, so go to the website. Usually they have an admissions tab, and then they'll have somewhere Apply Now, and then you just go through the application that way. I don't know about you, but I would love to move to Florida. All right. So once you apply, say you've applied. All right. I know this is a lot of material, guys. Say you apply. So your official transcript request should be made using Parchment, and that's where you guys come in. So you guys need to go into Parchment, and here's what I recommend with that. Make sure you guys use a different email than your Penn email. Why? Because when you guys graduate from here, your Penn email is no longer anything, all right? So if you guys have like a Gmail, a Yahoo, Live, anything like that, make sure you guys use your own email that you're gonna like be able to check after you graduate. That way, if you go to college, you can also submit your college transcripts as well, all right? Most colleges use Parchment as well. And then also, you can go to the Penn schools and request it through there using Parchment. So there's 2 different ways you can do that. We will be sending this out to you guys, so you guys can have it. Next. Once again, we're kind of getting that in your head. Please, please, please make sure you guys send your ACT and SAT scores. If you're signing up for the SAT, all right, you guys have up to 9 days after you take the SAT to send 4 free scores to 4 schools of your choice. If you guys are applying to maybe 10 different schools, you might want to select the top 4, because after 4, it's about, I think, $12 or $13 per school to send your scores to, all right? So that can get expensive if you guys are sending maybe 10 different scores to 10 different places, all right? So just kind of think about that when you guys are sending the scores. Applying. Okay, this is where I'm coming in again. Please give how many weeks? I didn't hear you. 2 weeks. Fabulous, all right? We respect you guys, but we have lots of students. Your teachers have lots of students, and once again, we need about 2 weeks notice to write a letter of recommendation, all right? So and once again, the senior profiles are really, really, really helpful. And once again, where can you guys get that? CCRC, and where else? Email. You guys are awesome. I know you're not with it. You need some more coffee. All right, next. SAT, ACT. All right. So how many guys with a show of hands have taken the SAT already? Awesome. How many guys have taken the ACT? All right. So colleges usually require either the SAT or the ACT, all right? The SAT has 3 sections, and some schools will do what's called super scoring, which is kind of nice. They'll take your highest, so say if you've taken the SAT 2 or 3 times, they'll take your highest of each section and super score it, which is kind of nice. And then you'll register for that on College Board. And if you want to send scores later, College Board. So where do you register for the SAT? Awesome. ACT has 5 sections. To register for that, you're going to go to ACT.org. So where do you register for that? You guys are awesome. I'm trying to keep you involved here. All right. So questions. One of them. Can I get my test scores sent for free? Yes. Yes, you can. You have the option to send 4 test scores to 4 schools. All right. So take advantage of this. All right. Huge. Free is great. We love free things. Free is wonderful. All right. What if I already took a test, but I did not have my score sent? Well, in that case, you have to go back to College Board or ACT.org. You can request them to send your scores, but you will have to pay for it. So just be kind of cautious of how many schools you want to send your scores to for past tests. Next. All right. Next one. I'm applying to community college, but they don't really require the ACT or SAT. That's fine. Ivy Tech, I know, does not require it, and neither does Southwestern Michigan. And that's fine. They have other tests that they can use, like an AccuPlacer, to see where you are math-wise and for other subjects. However, if you were planning on maybe going to 2 years at Ivy Tech or 2 years at Southwestern, and then maybe transferring to another school, other schools may require an SAT or ACT score if you're under the age of 21. So it's kind of something to think about. Maybe still take it, just to have that, so that way it's kind of a nice backup if you decide to transfer schools. Does it matter which test I take? No. Schools accept either one. So you can take the SAT, or you can take the ACT, or take both, which a lot of you guys have done that already. All right, fee waivers. If you guys are on free and reduced lunch, you can go to Mr. Penny, and he'll give you a code, which is awesome. And you can use the code 4 times a year to take the SAT or ACT. So when you're registering, It'll give you a code, and you put in this code, and it does not cost anything for you guys to register to take these tests, which is awesome. Also, IUSB does come, and I believe it's at October 12th at 9 o'clock. Sign up in the CCRC. If you're thinking about going to IUSB, they are coming, and it's a free application. They have paper applications, they'll have counselors here, and you can apply. So what day is IUSB coming? Fabulous. And who do you guys see if you need a fee waiver? All right, and where's Mr. Penny located? See, you guys are so smart. Okay. All right, scholarships and financial aid, this is the fun stuff. All right? How many of you guys have parents that have won the lottery and are paying for your college education? Okay, nobody. All right. So, last year we accepted $9 million in scholarships. That is awesome. We had about 800-ish graduating last year, so that's a lot of money. Whenever you guys do get a scholarship, so say if you go to IU and they're giving you $15,000 in scholarships, please go tell Mr. Penny because we keep track of all the money that our seniors get for college, okay? It's kind of cool just to see how much we get. How do you go about hunting for scholarships? Well, this is awesome, all right? First off, there are a ton of scholarships out there. I don't know if you guys remember when we did this in PCC, but we looked for scholarships. You might remember, not sure. But there are a ton out there. If you go to Penn, the Penn website, go under counseling, go under seniors. There is a scholarships tab that, guys, there are scholarships constantly. If you follow on Twitter, next one. All right, so this is Ball State. Okay, for one, you can check the school you're going to. So if you go like to any school, you can check under scholarships, and you can click on each one to see what they have to offer. All right, so one option is to go to the school you're going to and check their scholarships. Secondly, is if your parents work somewhere, if their parent maybe is in a union or they work for a big national company, a lot of times they'll have scholarships. So a great place to look is where your parents work. If you're a member of a church, if your parents are members of organizations. You can also check online websites like FastAid, College Board has scholarships, Big Future. Here's my tip though, don't ever pay for a scholarship search because it's worthless. Also the CCRC has paper scholarships in there where Mr. Penny is. They also have scholarships. Sometimes you'll send out an email with scholarships as well. There's tons of ways for different scholarships. If you are I think it was an alpaca farmer in Michigan, there's a scholarship for you. How many of you guys are left-handed? All right, there's a scholarship for being left-handed. If you have a really creative prom date, and you and your prom date create an outfit out of duct tape, and you take pictures of it, and you send it into 3M, there's a scholarship for that too. So you just gotta there's tons of scholarships out there. If you went to an elementary in our district, they have scholarships. Tons of places for scholarships. Next. All right, here's another one. Guys, here's another one, scholarship search. All right, just some ways. I mean, there's tons out there. It is kind of, you have to look for it though. It doesn't come and jump in your lap and say, hey, I'm $1,000. It doesn't work that way. Too bad it doesn't. That would be awesome. Next. And then just basically, if you're on Twitter, follow Penn Scholarship. How many of you guys are on Twitter? Awesome. What's a great thing to follow? Because this could actually mean that you can actually get money, which is awesome. All right. Very cool. Next. And this is where you can find information. If you go to the Penn High School website, counseling, scholarship aid, and it's in there. And then next. FAFSA. All right, this is another place to find money. Most people do need financial aid, and this is how colleges know how much aid you need. So you and your parents, because your parents will need to help you with this. You go to FAFSA.ed.gov, and you basically submit, and go to the next slide. All right, so you basically submit an application using your 2017 tax return, so your parents are going to have to help you with this. The deadline that opens, so starting October 1st, which is next Monday, you guys can start applying for FAFSA. And the sooner you apply, the sooner it gets sent to colleges, the sooner they know how much aid that they can provide for you. So it's kind of nice. The deadline is April 15th. So you have until April 15th. If you're undecided, that's totally fine. If you're undecided where you want to go, and then maybe you apply in March somewhere. You finally figured out, hey, I want to go to University of Southern California, whatever. So you apply, go back. There you go. So you can apply up to April 15th for FAFSA. Next. All right. Next. Okay. For the FAFSA, you will need your active email account. So either you and your parents will use an active email account, and you'll need your social security number. I suggest that when you guys know your social security number, make sure you keep it private, but you will need that for the FAFSA. Next. This is what it looks like. So when you guys go on here, you're going to go to start a new FAFSA because you guys are brand new. Once you've established it and you're applying next year, like say you're a freshman in college, you'll already have FAFSA information, so you would just log in. But since you're new to the whole process, you're going to go start a new FAFSA. All right? Next. And there's just some help. So there is a college Sunday. Financial aid night is October 10th at 6:30 at the Studio Theater. When is college financial aid night? Oh, that was weak. Let's try that again. There you go. All right. And then there's also College Hill Sunday, which is the 28th of this month, or next month, sorry. I lied. All right, next slide. Any questions? What questions do you have? Is your brain overloaded?